what's up YouTube? Today we're going to be going over how to teach your dog a reliable down that could possibly save their life. So stay tuned, make sure you like and subscribe and hang around till the end. Alright guys, as promised in the last video, I said I would make a video on how to teach your dog a reliable down. And so that's what we're going to be going over today. I got Cowboy here in his down position and we are just gonna jump right in. So let's do it. So down can be an extremely valuable command. I value it right up there with recall. If your dog was running towards the street, they're running towards some type of danger and you needed to stop them on a dime, you tell them down, they drop, stops right there before they go into the street. Doesn't matter what they're doing, if they're chasing a rabbit, if they're chasing another dog, if they're just frolicking. Like if you need them to stop and drop, this command could save their life. So let's go through the simple steps I went through to teach Cowboy a very reliable down. I'm not a professional dog trainer. This is just what we've done with our dogs and it works. So let's do it. So I've got Cowboy in a down stay over in the shade over here chilling. The first step to teaching a reliable down is making sure that your dog knows what the down command means. So to start with that, if it's a puppy or a young dog, or maybe they just don't even know the command and they're an older dog, then we're gonna start with treats so that they learn what the command means. Now Cowboy already knows the command, but I'll just kind of show you guys. You lead them with the treat, or assuming he's a 9-week-old puppy, and you lead them with a treat, and then when they perform the action that you want, you say the word. So Cowboy, down. Good boy. Good boy. Come here, come into this side. Sit. Down. Good. Oh, well, you're being lazy today. Okay, great. Your dog knows what down command means. Assuming this is a younger dog, you're probably going to want to practice this for at least a week, maybe 2, before they really know what that word means. And you're confident that if they don't do it, they knew what they were supposed to do, and then you can correct them. So we're going to go over that next. Step 2, enforcing down so that they actually do it when you ask and not just when they feel like it. Because if you only use treats, chances are they're only going to do that when they feel like it. And if they would rather chase something into the street that's more enticing than coming back to you or doing what you say at that moment, it could result in them getting hit by a car or something. So it's your responsibility to enforce this training and make sure that they do what you ask when you ask it. So all right, so you kind of have to be discreet with this, or else your dog is going to learn that the leash means, you know, a correction, and they might become what's called like leash smart, and they're not going to do what you ask when they're not on the leash. They're going to know when it's on, basically. So you kind of step on the leash right here. So I have my pressure on the leash on my foot. It's loose against his neck though, and I'm just going to say the word and gently keep applying a little bit more pressure. Cowboy, down. Good boy. Good boy. And now you can still give treats here if you want, but it's good to start to wean them off of that. Sit. Good boy. Down. Good. Now I didn't have to do any pressure there because Cowboy knows what down means. But if your dog doesn't know what down means, chances are you're gonna have to practice this a lot of times. When he was younger, I practiced this a ton. So just be prepared to practice this step for, again, a solid week, maybe 2 weeks even. So the way to really reinforce this with the leash to get it dialed in is you have a little bit of pressure on there, like I said. You tell them the command, and then if they don't do it, that's when you apply pressure on the leash and ease them down. Once they do it, you praise. So, and you want to kind of hide the leash behind your back so they don't realize that like you're not out in front jerking it, because they will see that, and then they might not do it when they're off the leash. So assuming I say the word command and Cowboy doesn't do it, then I'm going to start to ease pressure on this. Cowboy, down, good. Good boy. Okay, so now assuming that your dog, wait, did you hit like yet? You guys gotta hit like. You gotta hit like. Click, 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 click. Okay, so assuming that you have performed steps 1 and 2, your dog knows what down means, you're enforcing it by applying downward pressure on the leash, and they're doing it to the point like Cowboy is now, where you don't even have to apply pressure on the leash. But it's good for them to make mistakes in that second process, because you really want to catch them when they make the mistake so that you can apply that pressure, and then they learn from that. We learn from our mistakes. So look at this, calm stay. Good boy. Step 3, now I'm going to be having Cowboy kind of walking around loose around the front yard. If your dog, in which case if you're watching this video, I'm assuming they don't know this yet, you're probably gonna wanna keep a long line on them, or an e-collar, which if you know how to use an e-collar, great. If you don't, just have a long rope or a really long leash. Let them practice going out away from you, and then saying the command, but you want that insurance policy of the leash attached to them in case they don't listen. Because then you can correct them, catch them when they make their mistake, and then they will learn from that in the times to come, hopefully. Come, down. Good boy. Come, atta boy. Heel. Down. Walk up, down. Walk up, down. Stay. Maybe you don't want your dog to come to you after the down. Maybe you want to go check the mail or something. And you don't want them to cross the street and follow you. This is a great command to teach them for patience and for safety. So if you guys enjoyed the video, hit like, hit comment. If you got any questions, please let me know in the comments. I do my best to check those frequently. So yeah, appreciate it. Come down.